welcome back to the channel. For those who've never seen me before, this is your first time watching my videos. My name is Alita and I'm here to share a prophetic word with you from the Lord. Guys, excuse the sound of the ocean, it is very loud, but I didn't want to shoot inside because we're actually on a family holiday for this week, and it's like a working holiday, so everyone kind of brought their work with them because we're still in lockdown. So everyone is still working from home, and we all just came down to KZN, KwaZulu-Natal, and just to refresh a bit, I guess. So I have to shoot outside, so I'm gonna project as much as I can. So friends, before we get into the word, as always, just a quick disclaimer. Remember that not every prophetic word is meant for you. You have to take it before the Lord if you believe it's for you. If it resonates in your spirit and is speaking to you, take it before Him. Ask Him the questions that you have, because I only prophesy in part and I only know in part, so I don't have the full story. So I really encourage you to cultivate that relationship with Him. And for those of you who this is actually a word of confirmation about something that God has already said to you, He's already shown you something related to this, I still encourage you to speak to Him, take it to Him, pray about it, ask Him for specifics around your particular situation. Alright, now that we're done with the disclaimer, I'm going to tell you guys about the dream. I had this dream on October 12th, and basically in the dream I was with someone and her friend, and it's someone that I know in waking life, and we were all about to enter a public toilet, and I remember the cleaning lady coming out of the public toilet, and she had just cleaned one particular toilet. So obviously we all want to use that toilet. So this person that I was with was asking her which one she cleaned, and I was like, I'm gonna go in and see for myself. I'm not even gonna waste time asking. And I went in and I could tell that it was the first one. It was clean, and then just out of, I don't know, just being polite, I let this person use it first. She was actually pregnant in the dream, so I was like, okay, you go ahead and use it first. So she went ahead and used it, but I noticed that all of the booths, there were about 3 of them that people were using, and they were all open, and all the toilets were like just at the door, so everything was outside. There was no way you could close the door, and they were all sitting on the toilets. And when this person that I was with finished, she didn't leave it very clean. There was, unfortunately, TMI, I know, but we all know what happens in the toilet. There was urine on the seat, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna have to clean that up. Anyway, so I'm cleaning the toilet, trying to get it clean, and then I'm like, no, stuff this, let me look for another toilet. And I'm looking for another toilet, and some of the booths are actually rooms, like powder rooms, I guess that's what you call them, where people get ready, specifically women. And I'm like, okay, this is not a toilet. So eventually I find toilets, but all the seats are closed. And I'm like, I generally, even in waking life, if I go into a public toilet and it's closed, I'm like, no, I don't want a surprise. I don't want to open it if there's a surprise. And then I get to another one of these powder rooms, and I'm hearing sounds, but it's very inappropriate sounds, you know, and I'm like, what are people doing in here? So I kind of lift up the curtain, and there's 2 women, they're holding each other, and all of a sudden the one starts praying, so it appears as if they were doing something good, but the sounds I was hearing before were not. So I was like, this isn't right. And then I realized, you know what, I actually don't need the toilet. I really don't. There's no need. I'm not pressed or anything like that. So that's when I left, and I was now, like, as I left, it looked like the back of a stage. So it looked like I was backstage. And I walked out, and on the one side I saw one of my sisters on the phone, and then I went to the opposite direction. And as I went in that opposite direction, I was immediately in this beautiful garden, and I remember just walking towards this hedge or this fence with like just all of these plants growing on it, and some people just walked past me. I didn't interact with them at all. They seemed to be going about their business, and I started to climb. I knew I had to climb this hedge. I could see that my kingdom husband was on the other side. I could see my parents were there, but they weren't. Like, I couldn't pinpoint where they were in the dream, where they were standing, but I sensed their presence. And I was climbing this hedge and climbing it, and I realized that there were certain things that would happen and I had to focus, because it's certain things that would almost cause me to fall. I didn't fall, but if I wasn't focused, I could have fallen. And some of them I felt I could have navigated better. I could have been more focused. Anyway, at some point, as I get to the top of this fence hedge thing, there was like some kind of a vase that kind of hit me in the face. I didn't feel like, it wasn't like painful, but I could have avoided it. And I realized you have to focus. And it was designed to knock me off this fence. But I got over it. And when I got over it, I was all of a sudden in the house where I currently live, my parents' house, and I was looking out the front window into the front yard, and I just kept thinking, because I knew I was dreaming. Like sometimes I know I'm dreaming in the dream, and I'm like, what is God going to show me in this dream? So I kept thinking, oh man, why isn't it like this beautiful, like I wanted to jump over the fence and see this beautiful lush green land with I don't know, just beautiful things, you know. And instead, here I am in the living room in the current house, and I'm looking out the window, and then I touched the window. It was a bit foggy, and as I cleared up that mist or fog, I realized that this is a good thing. This is a good thing, because this is about my future, my near future, and that's when the dream ended. So I didn't write down the interpretation, but well, guys, time is limited here, because we're here with the kids as well, so there's so many activities, but I needed to come on here and share the word with you, because this dream it blew me away. Because what God is saying in this time is that there are some of you, like I said, this word is not for everyone, but there are some of you who are you've been through a lot. You've been through the wilderness. You know, God has really taken you through some deep heart work. You know, He's worked on you. He's done a lot in you, and you've come a long way. And you may find yourself surrounded with people who are still on their own journey of releasing just toxins, releasing unforgiveness, releasing whatever it is that they need to release. God is working on them. They have something that they need to birth one day. I mean, being with this person that I know who is pregnant, like God is working on them, and they will too get to a point where they birth this thing that they're carrying, but they need to release their toxins, and they need to sort themselves out, right? And you may find yourself feeling like you also need to be going through the same type of journey that they're going through, or maybe walk with them, but you may feel like maybe I'm missing something, and I need to take a step back and release some other things. And God is saying there's nothing that you need to release, because I was there in this public toilet trying to use a toilet, and eventually I was like, I actually don't have a need for this right now. And also the significance of the powder rooms is that this is a place of preparation. A lot of people are being prepared. They're going through their own process, and you don't need to be there. You've been through your process, and you need to be focused elsewhere. You need to be focused about on getting over this. It's almost like this last hurdle before you walk into your future, into this promised land that the Lord has been promising you and showing you. And for a lot of you, it involves kingdom marriage. For those of you who have been married and you know your spouse is estranged, God is saying that He's going to bring that back to you if you have that promise. And for some of you, it's something else. It's the promises that God has shown you, that He's given you, right? So and also God is saying that while you are still a bit confused about where you ought to be and what you should be doing in this time and where you are in the process, there are going to be people who are deceitful about what they're actually doing. So like I heard these people I heard very inappropriate sounds, and then when I lifted the curtain, they were holding each other, and then the one started praying like, no, we're doing something good here, it's nothing untoward. So God is saying there are people around you who may be doing things behind closed doors or in secret that things that are inappropriate, and as you uncover these things, they will try and cover it up using the word of God, hiding behind God basically. And he's just saying, be aware of that, pray into that, seek him about what to do about that. But stay focused on your journey and where he's taking you and what he's doing in your life. The significance of being backstage, the way I understood it from the Lord, is that you're done with your preparation process. It's time for you to actually take center stage and to come out of being in the background and still trying to fix yourself. You have an entire journey to travel, and for some of you, you're going to get further healing in marriage, in the business that you're about to start, in the new relationships that will come up. So it's time for you to step into this next thing. And just the significance of seeing my sister on the phone on the other side, opposite side to where I was going, is that there are people that are on this walk that are in the background praying. Being a cell phone usually represents prayers because it's like communication in the cloud. So it's very important to understand that there are people praying in the background. Some of these people are interceding for you, and God is saying that he's got you, he's got your back. He has appointed people to pray for you and be there for you, to stand in the gap for you, because you are going to face, and some of you have already been facing, intense warfare. And climbing this hedge in this beautiful garden was one of the things. Like, you're in this beautiful place, but you've got opposition. There are things that you have to overcome, and as you do that, you need to stay focused. You need to remember why you're here and just remain focused. Draw closer to the Lord as much as you can. Spend time with him, get direction from him. He's making this thing clear to you. He's saying that you will get through this time of warfare, whatever warfare you're facing. But just be careful, because the devil is coming with different strategies, and he's going to try get you to fall. But hang in there, climb over, because this is like the last hurdle, and you're walking into your future, into the promise. And me being in the living room and looking out into the front yard through the window is to show that this is something that's coming in the near future. It's something that you're going to walk into as you overcome these obstacles that the enemy is trying to put in your place, in your way, or the way he's trying to get you to fall. So be cognizant of that, be aware of that, stay focused. You're past the stage of having to release anything that you thought you were carrying. I mean, you've passed the stage that you think you're still in, and you're at a point of transition, if I can put it that way. And the transition depends on you climbing that fence and walking into your future. So that's the word, friends. I really hope you can hear me. I'm so sorry if you can't. Please do let me know in the comments if you struggle to hear, and I will try and find time to type this word out and put it in the community section of my YouTube page. So I really hope this has blessed you, friends. Thank you so much for all your love and support. I haven't been able to read comments on the previous videos, so if there are any questions or anything, I will come back to it when I get a moment. But yeah, thank you so much, and I'm excited for you. I'm excited for us, for what's happening in this time. And just hang in there, keep praying, keep using the strategies that the Lord has given you to climb that fence, to beat this warfare, because you already have victory. You already have victory. Friends, remember that you serve a wonderful, wonderful, loving Father, and you are so special to him.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. It's Queen Alita. Hi friends. Hi everyone. So just a disclaimer. The words that I'm about to give today. If what's your name? Please consult with the Lord and find out if His word is for you. Don't just take it for yourselves or whatever she says. So I had a dream the other day, and all these things happened. And I think that basically it just means that things are just gonna happen. So thanks guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Well, you don't say that. What do you say when you say bye?
God is a good Father, and you are so special to him.
God is a good Father, and you're so special to him.
Bye guys.
And don't talk like that.